So I'd like to introduce somebody. Despite the fact that Advent is conducting midnight raids pretty much daily, I was able to get in contact with an old friend who had been traveling and studying
The new uniform
abroad.
isn't bad considering, but sometimes I do miss that damn sweater.
Oh God, nostalgia. This is somebody who partaken in the past invasion, but after things went south and I was pretty much gone for 20 years, I guess she tried to find some sort of normalcy in life despite the aliens having taken over. But since I've gotten back, it took a while, but finally I was able to get a hold of her. She's currently training as a sharpshooter. This is Alice Pogo, Alice P. As you guys know, there's always been two Alices a part of my XCOM family. And this is the second one. A little late to the party. She was usually the first one to go in anything that we did. And she was one of the first people to join XCOM to begin with when I took reins as commander. But, you know, can't cry over spilled milk if it hasn't been spilled at all. So just to give you guys a little synopsis here, her bio. Affectionately known as Pogo by her closest friend for reasons unknown to XCOM, Alice is very worldly in her ways and viewpoints and carries with her vast knowledge of all things normal, not so much paranormal with Advent and the aliens. Despite this, she has experience from the invasion and has joined XCOM in hope of quelling the threat for good, though her friends even in this time suggest she relax a little. Too much tension isn't good. Yeah, Alice P is a very kind of serious, calculating type, similar to Destin. So I'm hoping that with both Destin and Haku here, as well as myself, we can, you know, maybe she'll relax a little bit. I mean, obviously this is a serious endeavor that we've undertaken, but at the same time, you need to find a balance even in this sort of demented atmosphere. As for why I'm training her to be a sharpshooter, it's simple. We're very, very crippled. We have so many specialists. But then you look at everything else and it's kind of like shortchanged. I feel faith in our three rangers, Martin, Shark, and Delta, that they can hold the fort and I won't have to recruit another ranger. Though it is kind of dodgy. All of our grenadiers are pretty much in the infirmary for reasons that need not be explained because you've seen them. Our PSI-operative is fine, but we only have one PSI-op, and really I'm focused on the four primary specializations that XCOM has indebted themselves to. And then sharpshooters. The reason I chose for her to train as a sharpshooter instead of a grenadier, two reasons. One, she does not want to be a grenadier, so I decided to heed her wishes there. Second, the closest person in the grenadiers to get out of the infirmary, it'll take them 5 days. It'll take us upwards to twice that time for our first sharpshooter outside of Destin to be available. So that's kind of where my mindset was. Work with me here. Now it's kind of deciding what trajectory we take.
Commander?
Most of our engineers are doing exactly what I want them to be doing. This power coil feels like it's been taking forever, but it really hasn't. Once that gets done, we'll figure out what we're going to do there, because we have two engineers who will not be busy so much. And I'm going to try and hoard supplies, because I'd like to upgrade our sniper rifle to the plasma lance. Because I'm relying a lot on sharpshooters, and namely Destin. I mean, if it hasn't been obvious enough from the get-go, Destin has kind of taken the reins as a de facto second in command. Somewhat unspoken, but at the same time spoken, especially since I just said it. I put a lot of faith in his capabilities, and you know, we roll with it. So we do have the psionic gate set up, or rather, we need to get it set up. Oh, a lot of supplies. So much for so much for getting that new plasma lance. You know what? Don't be a bitch.
Commander, we've pushed our current power systems to the limit. We don't have any capacity to spare, which means we can't expand our facilities further.
There it is. Additional supplies will be necessary. Of course. Of course. We'll be broke. We will literally be broke.
Your team has done an excellent job in the recovery of this alien artifact, Commander. I believe with further research, it may prove invaluable in uncovering the truth.
I thought UFO's been dealt with. Shit, apparently not. Well, now we just need to make contact with West Asia, but we have next to no intel.
Avenger plotting new course.
So we're gonna make our way to the black market, see if we can up our supplies. We're gonna need to undertake some missions to get more information. Point blank, serious. I just needed to up my supplies. To be completely honest.
Setting course for the South African sector.
I don't think I need to stress about alien facilities right now. The Avatar project is so far behind.
Welcome, Commander.
Confident words are confident. Oh, is Alice ready? No, that's odd. Also, we've pushed our power to its max.
Hello, Commander.
Kind of stunned, actually. We're gonna have to build another power relay. Which is something I did not expect would be a thing. Who's over here? Oh, is that Alice? Alice having a drink? She seems to spend a lot of time in the bar. Well, either way, we do need to get another power relay set up. I'm wondering. I guess send these 2 engineers to clear this out next. I'd like to hire another engineer if possible.
Welcome, Commander.
Oh, they only have a scientist. Dramkis completing another bit of his training. Apparently learned the ability to create stasis. Didn't even need to think twice. Oh, and look at this, Dramkus moving up very quickly in the ranks. Now he's a disciple. And I like the code name he's going by. But you know what? He's learning so many abilities. It's making me wish that I look towards side training to begin with. I feel like so much could be changed at this point. What research do we have?
Our research is progressing as expected, Commander.
Alright, finish the powered armor research before we do anything else. This supply drop is going to be crucial.
I do not think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing.
See, from what we've seen of the aliens' activities and their lack of regard for human life, that's an understatement, preserving those of us that are still around has to become a task of equal importance to eliminating the alien threat itself. The success of this entire undertaking hinges on our ability to keep our soldiers healthy and ready for battle at a moment's notice. In working towards that aim, our latest armor prototype utilizes more of the alien alloys than we've previously assembled. Durability and potential for damage mitigation extremely impressive. Capable of standing a direct hit from focused plasma at 5 meters. Enough so to increase survivability by a substantial margin. I see. Warden armor. Delirium powered armor. I'm guessing this is the last big step. And I think it's a step we need to take given the sectopods. Sectopods. I've only encountered it once and I'm already still pretty dismayed by its power. The war suit. A new heavy powered armor suit capable of generating a defensive force field, not unlike those used on the alien craft, and a Wraith suit. Manipulating psionic fields, traverse through the physical confines of our world by developing a psionic field, enmeshed in a specially designed light armor suit. So is it essentially like a stealth suit? Oh. Given our research, crystalloid autopsies can be completed instantly. Do it.
Presumably, the name chrysalid derives from assumptions made previously about the creature's unusual means of reproduction. Although rumors have long prevailed about the existence of zombies, created as a byproduct of the chrysalid gestation, recent reports seem to indicate a new, equally disturbing means of propagating their species.
Yeah, dead corpses from their poison.
Even my own intellectual curiosity is not enough to overcome my doubts as to whether or not it was really a wise decision for our troops to bring this particular specimen on board the ship.
Hellweave not only grants a bonus, or in addition to soldier health, but will return damage to any enemy melee attackers. And can also set them afire. Wow. That's something.
From what I've been told, our troops took to calling this large robotic unit a sectopod, under the initial assumption that it was being controlled by a sectoid pilot. On closer inspection, we can see that is not the case. Not unlike the mechanized Advent units, which were likely derived from the sectopod itself. This machine seems to be entirely autonomous.
And dangerous. Very, very dangerous.
The coordinates we discovered encoded on the genetic sample recovered from the Advent Black site imply we may have only scratched the surface of the alien's infrastructure as it relates to this Avatar project. We were fortunate to recover the genetic sample when we did. Otherwise, our path may have very well ended here.
Yes, what ifs. I don't like lingering on what ifs. Alright, start researching the psionic gate. I think that's the next big step. I really need to up our power. That's what we need. And we need more intel. We need more information on what's going on out there. So many projects. So many projects. But I do want to check in the proving grounds and see. I can make these suits, the Wraith suit and the War suit. Actually, it's almost equivalent to the cost it would make to make the Exo and Spider suit. Although I only have one core. And it would cost a bit of my supplies, which I'm becoming increasingly tight with.
Welcome, Commander.
Priority message coming through, Commander. Putting it on screen now.
Your progress against the aliens over the past month has been significant, Commander. But there is still room to improve if we are going to eliminate the alien threat.
I really want you to take my spot and see how well you do. Thank you. I mean, I've reduced the progress of the Avatar incredibly. Great. Can't even figure out what they're up to.
Welcome, Commander.
Why did I change from gathering intelligence to construction? Oh my god.
Avenger plotting new course.
Let's get to the supply drop before I bust a gasket. We need all the money we can get to eventually make contact over here.
Commander, the aliens continue to make progress on the Avatar project. If we're going to slow them down, we'll need to move fast.
Calm thyself. Alright, Alice is ready. She's a sharpshooter. Good. Got the supply drop. Good. Dramkis should be done with his next set of training. And I find myself in a conundrum. Should I construct a relay? Should I not? I'm trying to deduce what to do next. I'm thinking, set up that plasma lance that you've been bitching about. There, can't go back on it now. And then figure out what we'll do once we get back to Resistance HQ. Seems like a plan. Because we don't have any sort of
Setting
manpower
course for South Africa.
to get access here. We just have to focus on everything else. Alright, Dramkis can create a stasis shield. Given another set of abilities. Trying to figure it out for Dramkis' sake. That's what we're gonna do. Dramk is continuing to move up. He's now a mystic. It's just getting further and further. Man, Dramkus is just moving up. Watch out, Martin. He's getting close to you. Oh, and the power coil is set up. Or shielded.
Maximum power consumption reached.
Power coils are powerful spaces for facility construction. Facilities built on these draw no power from the Avenger. Oh. Excellent. Power relays built on these generate considerably more power than in normal rooms. Do it.
Power relay construction initiated.
It's perfect. We'll get Cameron to start working over here too. So we spend pretty much most of our money.
Alien facility coordinates locked in, Commander.
So the new facility is finally out. In New Brazil. Both facilities are in South America, and I have no contacts in there. I can make contact with New Chile, but again, we're facing the same conundrum I'm having with West Asia. I don't have enough information to go off of to go there. Oh boy.
Welcome, Commander. Welcome, Commander.
You have something, Tigan?
Hate to do this, but you're the only one who can pull this off. You know I'd go myself if I could.
The gateway is primed. Is the subject prepared?
Ready. I hardwired what was left of the Codex brain into Rover. It should be emitting the same signal the Codex used to pass through the gateway.
Excellent. Let us begin.
Oh, she's so attached.
We've already seen the Codex opening a similar rift in the field. I am sure your device will be fine.
I guess I'd get attached to...
There. We're set to record across all spectrums. Remember, go in, take some quick readings, then come right back through. Okay? Whoa. Are you seeing this?
It appears our signal has been received. Increasing power.
Doesn't look like any place we've been before. Or any place on Earth, for that matter.
Perhaps this is the source. The aliens' seat of power, if you will. Secured beyond any physical limitations.
I'm gonna have to
Only
use
one way to
this.
find out. Go on. We're counting on you. That is definitely not fine, Doctor.
The process did work. There was an instant where the device was in between locations. However, once that occurred, the gateway called for a second signature, an organic signature. When we could not provide one, it generated a sort of feedback pulse.
Obviously.
If the Codex
Poor
creates
thing.
the door, this organic signature must surely be the key.
Well, we better make sure we have the right key before we try again. I would hate for this to occur to something organic.
Agreed. I'll report our findings to the commander immediately.
Oh, you have quite the report for me, Tygan. You experimented, okay. Aw, you sent Shin's gremlin in. Oh man, she must have panicked like crazy. Our initial theories as to the gateway's function overlooked the possibility that it was also tied to the biological components of the Codex. Her gremlin suffered some minor damage, but sacrifice led to an important revelation in terms of how we might access this gateway and discover its source. So we need more. We need more information. More. Oh. We're going to have to... I think our hand is forced in which we have to go to this... to where the black site vial is leading us in terms of the coordinates. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, I can't exactly do that until I have the intel to strike, so continue biding our time. Cole and Alice are out of the hospital, that's good. Dramkus completed another layer of his training. A void rift. Generate an explosive field of psionic energy. Organic enemies can suffer insanity. Well, you know what I'm going to look at. And Dramkus has moved up significantly. He's now a warlock. He's only one step away from pretty much completing his training entirely. How are the others doing? Kyle will be out of hospital in a day, Spy and Haku in 2, Delta in 12. And Delta had that whole mishap where he ended up hospitalized for a month. Oh, at least he'll be
Power
okay.
relay now operational.
Alright, good. That should be enough power to go off of. Sectopod breakdown should be done in a few days. Other than that, we're just kind of biding time. How much intel is necessary before they feel comfortable? Oh, God. I don't even have enough to set up a relay.
I am sure you will find the results to be as intriguing as I do, Commander.
Oh, yeah?
Central claims to have seen one of these things up close back in the day. Despite a lot of speculation, there was no pilot to be found once we pried it open.
So the realization that it's autonomous is solidified. Now we can upgrade the Gremlin. And this should make all of our specialists very happy. Obviously, I'm very curious about the Gatekeeper. We never really saw it get off the ground, so to say.
This specimen, henceforth referred to as the Gatekeeper, seems to harbor considerable psionic power. As with the alien's other unique biomechanical field unit, it will take some time to decipher the systems involved in its function.
Gnarly. I thought it was just a mechanical unit. I didn't expect there to be
always
some
been elusive. Aside from the
softness.
occasional monument, I don't imagine most of the people in the city centers have ever actually seen one in person. Knowing now that the elders are apparently suffering at the hands of some terminal affliction explains their absence from the public eye. More importantly, what sort of ailment could possibly be beyond their vast curative abilities?
I would echo Bradford's saying in that it's better for us anyways. So just go with it. Oh, and we finally have something to do. You can get supplies. Oh no, Sectopod immediately. Oh no. The only mission that doesn't have a Sectopod is here in East Africa, and oh, and there's an Andromedon. Haven't seen one of those in a little bit, but remember how bad it was to deal with. And they have a Gatekeeper. I don't win no matter what. If there was intel to be had at one of these, like information that we could utilize. Well, I can already tell you I'm not going to New India. I think New India is one of my only options. I don't see any benefit of going to Western Europe. I know I talked about needing more grenadiers, but most of them are back now, and I want to look at more practical benefits. I can get a grenadier here, an engineer here, and supplies here. And what's more, I can counter a dark event that I have no knowledge of, as opposed to New India, where I'll have to worry about another facility if I don't go here. At the same time, I think a new facility is I can work around. Alright, I think we're going to go to East Africa, protect the device. It's going to be difficult to say the least. But it's at that point where everything
Setting
is.
course for the East African sector.
At least the UFO didn't spot us. However, if things get too dicey, we'll pull the group back. Pretty much the only person who can't go is Delta. Yeah. Dramkus go. Destin as well. Do not want to play games. I want to make sure that who we send out completely ready to kick ass. Time, I'm going to have you be the specialist that's sent out on this mission. Because I know you have the medical protocol set up and also covering fire. And you have significant experience hacking now. Alright, Naji, I'm going to send you out. And I want to send another Grenadier out just based on what we're going to be facing. I just keep thinking about the Sectopod. But at the same time, Sectopod isn't going to just easily keel over from a bunch of grenades, so... Alright. Pretty much sending, like, the A team right now. I was willing to upgrade that. No way we'll be able to create any Warden armor. Not for a while. And we're going to have to protect the device, so we actually do have to move with a certain amount of commitment and speed. So with that in mind, obviously, Destin, giving you the all-familiar spider suit. I need you to be able to close range really quick. Give you the blue screen rounds because I know we're going to be dealing with one of those Sectopod bastards. Shark is obviously going to get one of the exosuits. And Shredder gun. Basically going to be getting in close from the get-go. Godspeed there. Here, man. You could use your own colors. That should make you feel better. A little bit, right? Alright, venom rounds for sure. Smoke grenade, just in case. Naji taking one of the exosuits. Looking for rocket launcher. Take one of the medkits along with flashbang grenade. Time will take the other exosuit. And the other medkit. You know what? Take the incendiary. I'll give the other medkit to Tramkus. Hoping for the best, but expecting fear to grip me. Alright, Destin leading with Shark, Cole, Naji, Time, and Dramkus, protecting the device for an engineer. Here we go. I need to have faith in my team. Faith in my team.
Sky Ranger deployed.
We're in the pipe. 5 by 5.
Look at it this way. I just committed. Can't go back now. Can't be
The
confused
Resistance
or
operative
worried as
managed to rig
commander.
up some sort of data interception device through an access point on the Advent network running through here. The data is apparently critical to the aliens' latest operation, and they're already moving to destroy the device. We're heading in to make sure that doesn't happen. Take out any hostile targets nearby, secure the AO, and protect that device. Hostile forces are already moving to destroy the data tap installed nearby. We need to lock down the area and secure the device at all costs.
Long movement. It kind of looks like we have a big building over here, so I think that's where we're going to go next. Or first.